All right, y'all. So if you plan on upgrading your interior in your truck, if you got a 4th generation Ram, I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly one of the best way that you could upgrade your interior in a 4th generation Ram. If you got a SLT or if you got just a regular Express, I'm going to be sharing with you guys that right now in this video. Guys, welcome back to another video. Happy Monday is the first day of the week. You guys know the first day of the week, gotta be grateful to be able to see Monday. And it's gonna be the holiday week, it's around the holiday time, Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas, New Year's and stuff like that. But if you guys click on this, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys something that I feel like is definitely important when it comes to, if you got one of these trucks and you guys know for a fact how clean it is on the inside. Like my truck right now, this truck is the Express. So from the outside, it looks pretty nice on the outside, almost look like the sports version, but on the inside, give you guys a little peek on the inside. Everything is super regular. Yo, I do not know why. Every time, I'm gonna go off topic, every time I grease up this door, within like 2 weeks, I'm still having the same issue. Guess I gotta get some one of them nice thick size grease. That's what I feel like I gotta get. So if you guys know, one thing I gotta say though, like the Ram 1500 Express and stuff like that in general don't really have like the best inside. Like if you don't have like the sports version with all the fancy stuff, like the sunroof, like my truck right now is pretty plain on the inside. So if you are planning on upgrading your interior and stuff like that, I want to share with you guys something that I feel like is definitely necessary, that you definitely should do it too, because I'm planning on doing the same thing with my truck. Now, to clarify, it's not cheap for you to do something like this. This truck right here I have came with the cloth interior, pretty much like the basic interior size, pretty much. Everything in here is nothing in here is really special except from, since I upgraded my steering wheel and I did the carbon fiber, pretty much that's the only good looking thing in here. So if you're looking for ideas on you trying to do an upgrade on the inside, this is what I think, right? I think, in my personal opinion, most Rams anyway end up going that route, especially if you are planning on modifying your truck for speed or whatever, racing and stuff like that. I personally think, right, if you are looking for ideas to change up the inside of your truck, I think that doing like the whole swap on the inside, I'm talking like doing the seats, doing the dash, doing your radio system, also doing like your, pretty much if you want your door panel, it depends though on the color. Like mine is black. That's probably the only thing I wouldn't really change in this truck. But the goal, right, you could upgrade, get yourself probably a parts car or something like that, or you can find these on eBay. Once again, they're not cheap for you. It's not cheap for you to do something like this, but it's worth it. So what I would say is you could upgrade from if you got just a regular Ram, the SLT Express, you can do like I think from what I know, some people do like the conversion from like the 4th generation to, I think, like the 5th generation style on the inside, but that's not what I'm planning on doing with mine. You could go that route too. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but I personally, if you guys don't know, you could fit the same seats that are in the Hellcats and stuff like that, or Scat Packs. You can fit the same seats in these trucks, but it does require you to do some kind of modifying. Now, what I'm planning on doing with my truck, with the dash, because the dash is like the plastic, the hard plastic and stuff like that. You guys ever been in or seen like the sports version of these trucks? They have the upgraded dash, has the real nice dashboard and stuff like that also. So you could buy yourself the parts, change it out yourself, or you could probably, take it to somewhere else, but it's gonna be expensive. Like stuff like this doesn't really require, if you have basic knowledge on taking things from apart with your hands, you can do it yourself. But it's just gonna take a lot of time though, but it's gonna be worth it. And it's gonna be expensive. So in my words, I think that this truck would look real good with the upgraded dash, the seats. Now the seats, I'm planning on like obviously the 2 front seats. I think you could do like the scat packs and stuff like that. Those same seats that's in there, you can put those in these trucks. But the only thing is, it does require just like you to modify it just by a bit and stuff like that. But it will fit. But my whole point is that if you're looking for ideas and stuff, I think the best route you can go is to just put like do like the 4th generation Ram Sports upgraded interior and stuff like that. You can do the whole thing in the whole truck, even the seats and stuff like that. Even with these trucks, like my truck doesn't have the top. It does have that little space up top, but with the Ram Sports, they have the 2 open up. It has the top part that has a cover on there. Also, the bottom part has a cover, as it is in my truck too. But you could buy that whole thing on eBay, or you can buy it on Facebook Marketplace. My best bet would be like Facebook Marketplace. You find it cheaper, and if you find yourself a truck, the whole part's in there. You can do everything. Depending on what you spend. I'm not telling you guys it's cheap, but it's very, very depends though. Depends on where you get the parts from. If you're gonna get it from eBay, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. But if you could find like a good deal on Facebook Marketplace, if you have one of these trucks, I think they look a whole lot better when you do the complete swap on the inside of the same thing in the Ram Sports. Just my personal opinion. This is what I'm planning on doing. Now you don't have to do the same thing. You can simply go the route of if you have like a setup like me, doing seat covers. If you don't want to save, if money is like the issue, you do some seats cover on these. If you got cloth seats, you can buy one of the, I think it's like a touchscreen radio. They sell on eBay. From what I've seen, they had a lot of good reviews. I think it's about a 3-inch screen or something like that. A lot bigger than the one that's in the truck, like the stock screen that came in. A lot bigger. You can change that up yourself. I think everything fit on the exact same way. You don't have to do any kind of crazy modifying and stuff like that. And pretty much you can do the same thing. Steering wheel, upgrade your steering wheel. But I just feel like for me, long term, I'm planning on keeping this truck anyway for a long time. So one of the things that I do want to do, that I'm going to do is do a complete swap on the inside. Now, it's not something that is cheap, but you could buy these parts. Maybe you could buy them like at least like, you don't have to buy all of them at the same time because they're going to be crazy pricey. I'm telling you guys. But I think there's a YouTube channel. I watched his channel. I forgot his name though. It's like, I forgot his name, but he did a Hellcat swap, and his truck was a single cab, and pretty much he upgraded everything on the inside. I think it was a regular truck like mine, and he upgraded the dash, the seats, steering wheel, pretty much everything is like the same setup, same thing I would want to do. I'm saying if you are planning on, if you're looking for ideas and stuff like that, and I think it's better for you to go that route. If you plan on keeping a truck for a long term, I think it's the smartest thing to do, because it's gonna make your truck look just like the same exact setup as the Ram Sports, or if you're trying to get that 5th generation look on the inside. I'm just trying to go with the same thing as the Ram Sports. Everything fit right up, but parts is the thing that it's gonna cost a lot of money. It's not gonna be cheap for you to do so. But once again, that comes down to you, if you plan on keeping your truck for a long time, or if you're not planning on keeping it for a long time. But I just think that it's the best way for you. If you plan on doing like upgrades on the inside of your truck, I think it's the smartest way for you. Like if you plan on keeping your truck for long term, and it's a good investment. If you are planning on later on down the line, you plan on selling your truck, you can be able to sell it for a little bit more doing something like that, like upgrading just a regular Express or SLT, the whole inside, changing up the inside, and pretty much, it's gonna up your value a little bit, at least according to me. That's what I think. But I think it's definitely gonna look good though. But it just comes down to how much money you're willing to spend. Like I say, you can buy these things, Facebook Marketplace, eBay. These things are on eBay, but the thing is they get you with the sales tax, and then they get you with the shipping. And that normally I wouldn't recommend you going that route. That should be like the last option. If you look around Facebook Marketplace, you can't find like a parts truck. There's a ton of these trucks on Facebook Marketplace, especially for parts, junkyard and stuff like that, have these trucks where you can go and just get the parts yourself. And then later on down the line, if you're good with your hands, this is something that you could do. But I personally think that this is the best route for you to go if you are looking for some good upgrades, interior upgrades for your Ram. This is the way for you to go. This is the way for you to go. Unless you want to, go the cheap route, you could. But, what do I know is mine. But this is what I think, though. But with that being said, do me a favor. If you're still watching the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Take care. Stay safe. Peace out.